Alright, what's going on, y'all? We are back with another video. In today's video, we are here to talk about day 9 of the NBA playoffs. I'm gonna lose count of these days one of these days, so I just want to see how long I can, keep it up and remember the day. But today we have 4 slated games. So let's get right to it. The first game of the day was Atlanta versus New York. Not gonna lie to you guys, I only watched the first quarter because I had something to do. So I'm gonna give you a quick analysis of what I saw in the first quarter. And based off what I saw in the first quarter, Atlanta Hawks simply, which this continues to be the case, they, in my opinion, are the more talented team. I think they are the better team. And offense just come a lot easier for Atlanta Hawks compared to the New York Knicks. Seemed like Trae Young was controlling the offense once again. He's created open shots for not only himself but for his teammates. And he ended up with the game. He ended up with 27 and 9. So it seemed like Trae Young controlled the play, the pace of the game, the flow of the game once again. And looking at the box score, seemed like Atlanta Hawks had a balanced attack, so that's good for Atlanta Hawks. They continue to do what they're doing right now. They should wrap this up either 5 or 6. Now, for New York's point of view, I didn't like the way they was running the offense once again. They were struggling to generate great offense for themselves. The only person who at least from I saw the first quarter, who was consistently creating offense was Derrick Rose once again. Derrick Rose has been the best player on the series, and I love that, D Rose had a very good series, but if you want to win the series, if you want to have more success, D Rose can't be your only option, nor your first option at this point in his career. So, looking at the box score, Julius Randle, from his stats wise, had his best games, but he was inefficient once again. He had 23, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, but only shot 37% from the field. In my opinion, Julius Randle continues to have a very bad, series. Atlanta Hawks are doing a very good job of loading up on Randle, forcing him into tough shots. And Randle, he continued to take so tough shots. I was coming to the series. I was concerned about him and Barrett. If they can keep up the if they can continue to shoot well from the outside of what they did in the regular season. I was a big suspect and iffy on that. And right now they're not shooting well from the outside. Randle shot selection still, is a big question mark for me in this series. They make him take very tough shots. I haven't seen him take an easy shot yet. Stat wise, I do want to point this out real quick before I go into the next game. RJ Barrett had his best game based off the stats and based off of one of my homies was telling me. But overall, he hadn't had a good series. So if New York want to have any chance to come back in the series, Randle need to be more efficient. RJ Barrett need to be better. Bud Lake need to be better. So everybody need to continue to. They need to get better on the offensive end, and then they have no answer for Trae Young on the defensive end of the floor. One thing I'll point out that I'm really noticing now that New York is really more of a team defense. More of a team defense. They don't really have a lockdown on ball defender, and Trae Young is exposing that because they had nobody to guard Trae Young. And right now, Trae Young is really built for the playoffs. Right now, he's having a great first playoff series. And Trae Young, keep it up, man. Atlanta Hawks looking good. All right, so the second game of the day was the Lakers and Phoenix. So I missed the first half of this game. So I came back home. And AD was out with a groin injury, which that's honestly been my biggest concern. Now, if you guys been watching my videos, that was my biggest concern about the Lakers. I was really scared for AD's ability to stay healthy, and once again, he's out with another injury, and groin injury is very tricky. I know they say day to day, but that is a lingering issue that can be a problem for weeks. Thank God the worst thing that happened is only a grade 1, but they need to really be careful with that because that could lead to a grade 2 or grade 3. If he don't be careful with that, he can tear that groin. You do not want that to happen. So if you ask me, he going, in my opinion, at least miss the next game. And quite honestly, I don't know if he's gonna come back in the series. I know he's most likely gonna come back game 6, 7, but that's not something you just play with, man. So I just want to put that out there. Now getting back to the game, DeAndre Ayton continues to be a force on the glass. Continue to be a force in that paint. He really dominated drumming, in my opinion. Great first series for DeAndre Ayton. From the stats wise, this is his least impressive. From a statistical standpoint, he had 14.17 rebounds while shooting 6 for 8 from the field, which shows you how much he's dominating and how well he's been playing this series. And then love the way Jay Crowder stepped up, bounced back from his the way he's been playing. He's not been having a good series, but he bounced back today. He had a very good game, had 17. Mikal Bridges stepped up from having a subpar series so far. Cameron Payne continues to be very good for them off the bench. Then Chris Paul, man, you gotta love the tenacity, how competitive he is, man, how gritty he is, how tough he is. Because if you watch his post game interview after the game, he was saying that Monty Williams wasn't going to play him. He's going to sit out the game. If Chris Paul told him, no, I'm going to play this game. No way I'm missing this game. Just give me a couple minutes, coach. And if I look bad, then take me out. He proved that he's okay. He proved he didn't want to come out of the game. He played very well. Had 18 and 9, no turnovers. Really controlled the flow of the game. Great performance for Chris Paul. Devin Booker had a subpar performance, but that really didn't matter today when the rest of his teammates stepped up for him. So that's good to see. And I love the defense that Phoenix played, not only on LeBron, but for the rest of the Lakers. Speaking about LeBron, LeBron was passive for the majority of this game, up to the fourth quarter. Ended up with 25, 12, and 6. To me, he seemed like he's a step slower. Obviously with the ankle injury he has right now, but he turn on his aggressiveness in that fourth quarter. So if Lakers gonna want to have any chance of winning this series, he gonna have to be peak LeBron. Give you like a 40-point performance type of LeBron, especially with AD being out. Which I don't think he playing this game, and I do expect him to come back at some point in the series, but I don't think he's gonna be himself. That's just my opinion. So I think Lakers are in trouble due to their inability to stay healthy. So, best of 3. Now. So win 2 games on the series. So very excited for the rest of the series. Hopefully AD's okay, man. Hopefully he can get back to himself. So let's get to the third game. Boston and Brooklyn. So this was a very high scoring game. This is probably the only game that I watched, in entirety. So, Kyrie, KD, man, James Harden, the big 3 once again was phenomenal. James Harden, 23 points, 18 assists. Really love his playmaking. Kyrie really, bounced back for his bad shooting night last night. Had 39, so he wasn't playing around with his Boston team. And KD with 42, a very efficient 42. Shows you why he's still one of the best players in the league, man. So this big 3 is very formidable. Gonna be very tough to stop this team. Big win for Brooklyn, go up 3-1. And then from Boston standpoint, Tatum had another ridiculous game, 47 and 5. But that was it. Nobody else really helped him. Marcus Smart had 16, but he didn't shoot well from the field. Evan Fournier had 15, but shot 5 for 15 from the field. So besides Tatum, nobody really generate offense, and nobody else was really efficient. I do want to point out the fact that Robert Williams was out. Kemba Walker was out. So this Boston team is banged up. The fact that they just still putting up a fight in this series, the fact they got a game in this series, man. Good fight from Boston, man. They just overmatched. And last but not least, I want to talk about the final thing before I move on to the last game is fans, man. Are you serious? The fact that you threw a bottle at Kyrie Irving is ridiculous, man. I'm glad they caught that on camera. I'm glad he got arrested. And you ask me, man, I'm really liking the idea of what Charles Barkley said. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go look up what Charles Barkley said and what these other players are talking about. What players should be able to do if fans, do that to players. Players need to be able to defend themselves, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. Glad the fact that the Boston crowd pointed out the dude who threw the water bottle at him. That's ridiculous, man. There's no place for that. There's no place for that. People are incredible, man. Absolutely incredible, man. It ceases to amaze me. But let me not get off topic. Let's get to the last game. The Clippers in Dallas. Big statement, big time response from the Clippers, man. This is the Clippers that I wanted to see and that I expected to see in the series. They played a chip on their shoulder. They made a statement today. They was great on both ends. Can't give them enough credit on the defensive end. But on the offensive end, it started with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Kawhi Leonard continues to be amazing in this series. Extremely efficient. 11 for 15 today. 29, 10 rebounds. Got to wherever he wanted. It was aggressive from the start. Got to his spots. Loved the way he played on the defense and on the defensive side of the floor as well. Excuse me. Then Paul George had 20 and 9. So really got to his spots as well. They knew this was the must-win game. This was a statement game. Big win, big response for the Clippers. Love the way they role players stepped up as well. Love the way they defended Luka. Made him shoot 9 for 24 from the field. Now let's talk about Dallas. Gotta give a shout out to my homie who predicted this was gonna happen. He was telling me that the Dallas, was on fire from three the first three games. That they were gonna have a cool off at some point. Today they shot 5 for 30 from three. They cooled down all right. They were shooting extremely efficient from the three, and at the pace that, in my opinion, wasn't able to sustain it, and they was not able to sustain that pace today. So we're gonna see how Dallas responds. Now it's best of three. Whoever win, next two more games gonna be the winner of the series. But Luka, neck strain, you can tell he's banged up by that, but you gotta get credit to the way the Clippers defended him as well. Made things very difficult for Luka. And if I'm Dallas, like I was pointing out earlier in a previous video, they rely on Luka too much. They get the rebound, they looking for Luka. They gotta be more aggressive. They gotta be able to knock down the open shots, man. They gotta be able to find offense outside of Luka. Because whenever Luka come out the game, this team offense drops so much. It's not even the same team. Let's talk about Porzingis. He had his best game in the series, 18-5. But I can't, man. I'm gonna go out and say this. Porzingis, is, to my opinion, better served at the number 3 option. Luka need to find a better second option, man. Because right now it's still frustrating watching Porzingis not utilize his size. Really, he just wants to shoot outside jumpers. He need to be more aggressive. He need to get to his spots in the post and mid-range area. He's not doing that enough. He's not aggressive enough, if you ask me. He shot well today, but he need to be more aggressive if Dallas don't have any chance of winning. And then Tim Hardaway really dropped off the past 2 games in Dallas compared to his way he played the first 2 games, was he was averaging over 25 a game. So he really slowed down so far this year. They gonna need him to step up. Jalen Brunson didn't really do much today. Jason Richardson has to be better if they want to have any chance of winning. And then I need to see what the adjustments Carlisle gonna make, because Maxi Kleber is not doing anything for them options while getting killed by Kawhi on the defense end of the floor. So they got to consider making an adjustment in the starting lineup. So I'm gonna see what adjustment they make. But shout out to the Clippers for having a big time response in Dallas, winning 2 games in Dallas when they season on the line, and particularly their futures on the line. So big time win. Love the response from the Clippers. Love the way they play on both ends of the floor. And see how the Clippers will recapture momentum now. So they got home court advantage. We're going to see how the rest of the series plays out. So, with that being said, I think that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about each one of these series. Who you guys think gonna win these series between the Clippers, Dallas, the Knicks, Atlanta, Phoenix, Lakers, and then Boston, Brooklyn. And then let me know in your comment section how you guys feel about the fan thing in Boston, man. Was absolutely ridiculous in my mind. But that's it. That's all for the video, man. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Appreciate you guys supporting this video. With that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another recap video, man. We have 2 games tomorrow, so hopefully the games are good tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out.